let's tear some stuff up.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
For him, maybe.
I helped a little bit where I could.
Yeah.
There's only so much room in here.
Yeah, you drug all that insulation and stuff out.
Yep.
Dirty, messy stuff.
I'm not totally worthless.
No. It smells bad and it's old.
You smell bad and you're old.
Well, yeah. But you can't.
You left yourself wide open for that one.
Yeah. You can't replace me, though.
No.
We can replace this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But today we're going to work on getting the flooring in here. We got to put one more joist in and work on building this wall. And hopefully we get that far. If not, we'll work on that tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
I was a good boy today while we were tearing that out. 99.9% of the time I had my safety glasses on. But that 1% when I forgot to slip them back on and I went to pulling on some stuff, I was using a broom.
Yeah.
There's little fibers on that wood sticking out all over. Mm-hmm. One of them went right in my eyeball. But we got a cool little tool where you removed it.
Yeah, we got another video coming up, or you have already seen the video probably prior to this one of us getting that out of his eye with some cool stuff we bought for our first aid kit.
Yeah, works good too.
It'll be linked in the description below so you can watch us dig in his eye, or actually watch him dig in his own eye.
Yeah, I normally use a pencil, but since we have a tool to do it,
we got a cool tool.
Yeah.
We like cool tools.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it.
Yep. All right, guys, we got to put plywood in here, obviously, and we're looking at the different options. If you measure from that wall, and you come out here, this is 5 foot. 4 foot's out here, part way over from the edge, and this is plywood's 48 inches wide, 8 foot long. So we want to go the 48 inch wide. But if we measure from this joist over to here, is 48 inches. So we can center one on this and here, and then fortunately everything's square here, or not really square, the room's not very square, but 48 inches works out from there to this joist. So we're going to cut 2 pieces, put one from there to here and one from here to there, and then we'll take the pieces that are left over from that and we're going to just piece it in on each end. It's going to work out best for us. So we've measured this room. It's like 51 3/4 here. It gets to about 52, ends up back down at 51 3/4. Something's bowing out a little bit in here. We're just going to have to work it out. I can't tell you exactly what we're going to do. We're going to cut 51 3/4 on this end and lay it down there and see how it works out and go from there. That's all we can do. I mean, when you work on these old houses, if they didn't get everything perfect, which most houses aren't, you just got to make things fit. We're going to go ahead and mark the center of each one of these joists just so when we nail our plywood down, we don't have to guesstimate where's that board at under there. We're going to have a mark. We'll know right where the center is at. I'm using a marker this time because I've been using pencil in here, and more pencil marks on top of other pencil marks is going to get confusing. I can look and say, marker, that's what we want. Okay, we've got one last joist to set in here, and all these were nailed in with joist hangers as required. These end ones, you really can't get a joist hanger in there. You just nail them straight to the end band there. See if I can get this booger in here. Woo! Now I got to get it up level with the other stuff, like we did the others. I'm using that little plug of wood we took out of when we drilled for the plumbing, and that's it right there. Perfect. We're using some deck screws on this. If they'll hold a deck up, I guess they'll hold this up. All right, that's gonna be there till the cows come home. Well, that looks like it's going to do it. And so this side right here is obviously 51 3/4 is going to work. It gets a little wide here, but then it's back to 51 3/4. So I think we're just going to go with the 51 3/4 all the way. Hopefully it'll fit in there good enough. Getting this thing figured out sometimes is a booger in tight spaces. When you're working wall to wall, you got to think. Woohoo! Perfect. Looking good. I can see my center lines. This is off just a little bit. This room's kind of canted a little bit. I can tell just, these are square. They're cut square. It's factory edge on the one side. It's about a 1/4 inch off. It's canted. There's nothing we can do. It's 1970s house. We just got to work with it. But this is going to work out. Okay, now let's get these side ones. We still got to nail all this down, but we're going to get everything cut. This is 11 3/4. But we got a nail plate there. That's going to make it a little bit tighter. And this is almost 12 down here. Well, I can shift this board a little bit. So 11 3/4 it is. Okay, let's see how this baby fits. Looking good. Okay, now let's see how good a saw man I am. Up. I mean, that booger's tight. That makes me happy. Tight all the way, one end to the other. Woohoo!
All right.
So now we got two little chunks over here to fill in with. This one will be another 13 1/4 by 3 5/8. All right, so the plywood's down. It's pretty tight. Not perfect, but we're not perfect. I'm going to use this square that I used out there marking the plywood. Lay it up against that wall. That helps me get it straight. And again, this thing's a little cockeyed, but it's pretty close. So I'm just going to tilt it where I need to. Make sure I'm in line. That's going to help me get these screws in the right place. That seam, we already know where it's at. It's in under the joint, so there's no question there.
Dad worked his butt off.
Yeah, you did too. You got to stand there with a camera all day, but that's tiring. Of course, he had the tripod. I think he was on a cell
I
phone.
had the tripod for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well.
but we got flooring down.
Yeah, we don't like this floor.
Not a bit.
It's 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's been saying 15/16 all day. It's 30
I
seconds.
finally got it right.
It gives a little when you walk on it.
Yeah, but
But-
when you put that second layer down of flooring, it'll be fine. But we don't like it. We're going with
We
3/4
have to match
Advantech.
what's here, so
Yeah.
that really messes us up.
We're going to go with 3/4 Advantech when we build our houses.
Yeah.
But this is, a 1970s house. And when you do remodel work, you just have to go with the flow. Whatever's there, you either got to match it, or we'd have to tear this whole entire kitchen floor out everywhere and start completely new. That's a lot of work. Then your insulation underneath is going to get messed up.
Yep.
That's a lot of work. So
And a lot of money.
yeah, we're going to match what's here. It's going to be just as good as it was, and the floors are solid in the house.
Yeah.
It's just, this doesn't feel real good until you get something over it.
Right.
Or if you have Advantech down like his new houses.
It's rock solid from the
It
start.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But that about rounds it up for today. We got a lot to do yet, but we're getting there. We're almost ready for inspection.
yeah, we need to build that little end wall, and we need to get our plumbing connected underneath the house.
And we got to round up. We got a spray foam nail plate and all that good stuff.
Get ready for that inspector. Hopefully he comes out here and says, "That's a good job, boys."
That'd be really nice.
Yeah, we usually have good luck. So
far, so good.
yeah.
All right. Well, be sure you're subscribed. If you're not, hit that subscribe button below. Give us that big thumbs up for a like.
Check us out on Instagram.
Yep, check us out on Instagram and Facebook. We're on Instagram more so than Facebook. It's easier.
Yeah, if we're out doing something, Brian snaps a picture and throws it on Instagram.
Yep.
So even if there's not a video or any real discussion, you can kind of see what's going on from time to time.
Yep, we follow along on there quite a bit. So it's a good place to go. All right. Have a good one, guys. We'll catch you next time.
See you next time.